Welcome to the channel. This is the late 90s skin, and today we're going to be discussing and staying on the theme of the Tournament of Power and ask ourselves the question: what if Cell was in the Tournament of Power? The incredible final arc of Dragon Ball Super, where we saw the greatest warriors from all 8 universes, 10 warriors from all the universes, the strongest that ever existed, all had to have a battle royale, and the winner had a wish made by the Super Dragon Balls, and the losers would all be erased. And Goku had to find 9 fighters in 48 hours to compete in the Tournament of Power. So, how would Cell return? Let's dive into it. So for the Tournament of Power, we already had Majin Buu being selected, but unfortunately after his training he fell asleep and fell into a deep slumber. So Goku had to recruit one of the greatest villains in all of Dragon Ball, Lord Frieza, the Emperor of the Universe. So why not do the same thing with Cell, except we keep Frieza, keep Majin Buu asleep, but instead we let the old man Master Roshi sit this one out due to his age. Yes, we know Master Roshi was a complete beast in the Tournament of Power, which absolutely made no sense. The weakest out of the humans by the end of Z, becoming the second strongest, actually the strongest human in the Tournament of Power, made absolutely no sense. So why not give that spot to the perfect being, Cell? And how do we do that? We do that very similar to the way we did Frieza. And we know obviously Cell is still Mastered Super Saiyan 1 level, just a bit stronger than that. So how do we increase his absolute potential to be an absolute beast in the Tournament of Power? Well, we're going to use one of the best training tools in all of Dragon Ball. We're going to take Cell into the hyperbolic time chamber, and one of the things that the Tournament of Power was missing was an urgency that the universe might be erased, and they didn't use the Elder Kai's abilities to unlock their full potential, and they didn't even use the time chamber in the 48 hours that they did have. They could have at least spent one full day each in the tournament, one day each in the time chamber to be fully fit for the Tournament of Power. So who's gonna go into the time chamber? Well, it's gonna be Cell, just above Master Super Saiyan 1 level, and it's gonna be our boy Gohan, who's been struggling absolutely tremendously for the entire duration of Dragon Ball Super. And yes, we know he trained with Piccolo and got his fighting ways back, and eventually competed against Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which made absolutely no sense. So why not give the story a bit more sense in terms of power scaling them, making Gohan train in the hyperbolic time chamber with Cell and with his trainer Piccolo. And Cell's gonna look at Gohan, seeing that this is not the man he once knew, this isn't the man that defeated him, this is just a normal guy who ends up to be just a bit stronger than a normal fight. And Cell's gonna brag, tell Gohan what has happened to you. You were this, you had all the time to train, and look where you are now. And this is obviously gonna hit him with Gohan, and Piccolo's gonna be hearing this. And then Gohan and Cell are going to be the main 2 training partners, pushing each other to the limit. Cell obviously knowing everything Gohan did to him, and Gohan knowing everything Cell did to him. The 2 colliding for at least a full day, giving them a full year of training in the hyperbolic time chamber will be perfect for both of their levels in strength, and they should raise greater than Golden Frieza did by far, by miles, in 4 months of training that Frieza did have. And we obviously have the Elder Kai unlocking Piccolo's and the rest of Universe 7's abilities with the help of the time chamber. And Cell, with his potential unlocked, is a complete beast, and is now at least Super Saiyan Blue level at the power he's showing everybody else when they go out at the time. So he might be much stronger than he's showing everybody else. And now to the Tournament of Power, we have our 10 warriors. We have Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin, Tien, 18, 17, Frieza, and Cell. So the Tournament of Power begins, and the Tournament of Power basically plays the same role. We have Frieza going berserk, Goku and Vegeta facing their own people. The humans trying to stay together as much as they can, but eventually things go away. And obviously we have Cell knocking out a few people quite easily and testing his true power and seeing how strong the other people are. Obviously he's going to go to Universe 6, fight against their Saiyans, the whole thing, and he's obviously going to see the main battle, Goku and Jiren, and Goku pushing his limits far beyond achieving Ultra Instinct, and Goku still losing to Jiren. Even after the Spirit Bomb, even after unlocking a new form, he's still no match. And Cell, seeing Jiren and all the power he has, is absolutely amazed that a mortal has this much power. So after that battle, after Cell has eased himself into the Tournament of Power, after Cell watches Hit lose to the almighty Jiren, Cell tosses himself and steps up to the strongest mortal in all of the universes, a mortal stronger than his God of Destruction, Jiren. And Cell pushes his limits, tries to knock out Jiren. Jiren obviously brushes it off, nothing strong enough for Jiren, and Cell's pushing it, and Jiren, just like he normally does, just stops and stares and takes and dodges the punches and kicks that Cell is able to give. And then out of nowhere, we know Goku went Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and then obviously the Spirit Bomb, while Cell has been doing some training with the greatest martial artists in the universe. And guess what Cell takes out? Cell uses Kaioken times 20. Just like Goku did, but except Cell at this point in time, in his regular form, is on the same level, if not a bit stronger than Super Saiyan Blue. So at this time, when Cell uses his Kaioken times 20, he's far greater than Goku, even in his Ultra Instinct form. Going all out, using maximum power, Cell, during his fight against Jiren, is able to land 1 and 2 punches to Jiren, actually doing some decent damage. And Goku and the rest of Universe 7 are absolutely shocked that Cell is doing so well. But unfortunately, we know Jiren's a complete beast, and as a beast does, he just takes it and tanks everything. And in a blink of an eye, that's what Jiren just does. Blinks his eyes towards Cell, and Cell is blown back into some rocks, and Cell is almost defeated with just one of Jiren's attacks. And Cell, with nowhere to go, unleashes his final great move, the Super Kamehameha. And with Cell getting off his Kamehameha, Cell says the lines, "I am the creation of the greatest warriors in my entire universe. This is the power of all of them," unleashing the supreme ultimate Kamehameha. Powering it up, multiplying its power by 3 times. The ultimate Kamehameha. And Jiren, with Cell using his Kaioken times 20 stacked on top, is actually pushed back ever so slightly, and nobody can believe the power that Cell is displaying. This is the greatest display of power against this man, Jiren, that has ever been seen in quite some time, and especially in the Tournament of Power. So as Jiren is being pushed back by Cell's attack, everybody's obviously in awe, not knowing that Cell had this kind of power. And obviously Jiren just laughs it off and then goes into more power that he has. We obviously know Jiren's greatest power, his power absolutely swats and pushes back that Kamehameha so fast that Cell is literally being pushed off the stage, and he's on the verge of being eliminated. And who comes to save Cell? It's the greatest man, the man who killed him, the first man, the first time. This man is Son Gohan, and Son Gohan stands next to Cell, unleashing a super spectacular Kamehameha, merging with Cell's Kamehameha, pushing Jiren back once again. And Jiren's being pushed back, and Jiren's not able to push further into his levels of power, as this was obviously unexpected by all of us. And Cell and Gohan are just pushing that power beam back, forcing out that Kamehameha, and it's absolutely spectacular. Universe 7 is shocked, everybody's rocked, and in a fast trick, Topo and Dispo come back from behind Gohan and Cell and knock them back, stopping Jiren from being eliminated, and the show keeps going on. Obviously we know Jiren is still in good shape, and after Gohan and Cell is knocked out for the time being by Topo and Dispo, Goku and Vegeta rush in, knocking out Topo and Dispo. Frieza then jumps in to fight Dispo. Topo is there with Cell and Gohan, and Vegeta and Goku look to take on Jiren, and everything goes exactly the same according to plan, and obviously we still have Android 18 and Android 17 available for our disposal, as it's still quite early. There's about 14 minutes left in the Tournament of Power. Now, unfortunately, when Goku and Gohan are facing against Topo, obviously the two captains, Gohan and Topo, are facing one another. They are going all out, and Topo, close to losing, goes into his destructive power, blowing everybody in the Tournament of Power by storm. And at that time, he's on the same level as Jiren at that moment in time. And unfortunately, Cell, protecting Gohan, seeing the man who defeated him, and knowing Gohan has a little bit more strength to give, Cell takes a hit from Topo's destructive attack and disappears. And that is how I would write what if Cell was in the Tournament of Power. And Vegeta, and then everything finds its way back around. Vegeta goes against Topo. Goku and Gohan fight against Jiren with the help of Frieza, Android 17, and Vegeta. And all of them stand no chance. And everything goes exactly the same with Goku unlocking Mastered UI, Frieza and Goku taking on Jiren, and Android 17 getting the victory. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below.